let's move on to the next trade that occurred that involved the Washington Wizards again. This one a little bit more of a surprise, and especially regarding the second team involved. There were three teams. Initially, actually, there was an original deal with the Clippers that fell through due to the health concerns of the health of Malcolm Brogdon. And apparently the Celtics, who were, obviously were involved with Brogdon and Wizards, they were trying to get this deal done. Celtics trying to get Porzingis, and seemingly at the last hour, they got a deal done so that Porzingis could accept his player option for one more year. Fortunately, though, did involve your boy Marcus Smart. I'll get to that in a second. So in regards to who got what, the Celtics in this trade, they received Kristaps Porzingis from the Wizards. They got the 25th pick in the 2023 draft from the Grizzlies, which y'all traded back twice. And then the Celtics got a 2024 first round pick, top four protected, via the Grizzlies, but via the Warriors. And then the Grizzlies, they received Marcus Smart via the Celtics. So maybe, bridge the gap there. And then the Washington Wizards received Tyus Jones from the Grizzlies, Danilo Gallinari from the Celtics, Mike Muscala also from the Celtics, and the 35th pick in this draft that just occurred, second rounder from the Celtics as well. Obviously, though, John, you are a huge Celtics fan, and I know a lot of Celtics fans were not very happy that Marcus Smart was moved. Many felt he was the heart and soul of the team. What were your thoughts on the Celtics making this big move to let go of a franchise guy like Marcus Smart to bring in Kristaps Porzingis in their championship push?
Yeah, I'm pretty upset, to be honest. I regardless of how people feel about the value of this trade, you got to understand that, like, Marcus Smart, when you hear people call him the heart and soul of the team, like, it wasn't just like a saying. Like, he was the longest tenured Celtic. I think he's the only person on the roster that connected the Big Three era to the Big Three, because they weren't the Big Three, but like that championship winning team era with Rondo and KG and Pierce and Ray Allen. He connected that team to the current team because he was drafted and Rondo was still there. So I don't know. It just. He's been there since 2013, 2014. He set the tone. He was a leader. He was the guy who really represented everything this team was about. And I don't know. I just always envisioned him being a player that would retire in Boston, regardless of his skill and all these kind of things. It just felt like he was gonna be like a Celtic, and trading him away was kind of a punch in the gut just because of that. I understand the logic. I was okay with the Porzingis trade when it was Malcolm Brogdon because I felt like it was kind of a wash in terms of talent, but we were just getting a different perspective of it. Like, in terms of Brogdon and Porzingis, I think they're both very good players, but Porzingis just offers like the height advantage and some different things that Brogdon doesn't have. It's where Brogdon's talent was a little bit repetitive with Derek White and Smart both on the roster. Obviously, the Clippers pull out of that deal because Brogdon's injury history, I guess. And so then there's reports they're going to keep trying to trade. And the moment I saw his Marcus Smart, man, I told you guys this. I felt like somebody broke up with me. Like, I was kind of distraught. I'm still upset. I'm still sad. I like Porzingis. I think he's a fine player. That said, I'm not encouraged by his injury history. He has yet to truly make any situation that he's been in necessarily work. I've defended him in the past, like when it came to Dallas, but we'll have to see because, he did kind of have some attitude issues with the way that Dallas was playing, and I understand that, but he is going to be playing with two incredibly ball-dominant players in Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. So they're not individually as ball dominant as Luka Doncic, but they both do have very, very high amount of touches per game. Yeah, usage rate was the word I was looking for. I think they're both top 10 in usage rate, where Luka's like number one. Tatum and Brown are both top 10. So you got to work around that. And he's got 1 year left on his deal. And so I worry that we're going to trade away a guy who is so crucial to the culture and the foundation of this team for somebody who might leave, for somebody who maybe we commit to a big term contract and then he can't stay healthy or he doesn't really fit. I don't know. There's just a lot of what ifs with this move that make me iffy and make me concerned. And overall, I don't know. I've seen some people say that now we're the team to beat in the East. I've seen some people say that it was a bad move. I don't know where I land in terms of the value of it and how it makes us better or worse. I'm just upset that Marcus Smart is gone, and I don't know. I like Brad Stevens, but I fear that if in a couple of years the Celtics have not won a championship or this Porzingis thing goes sideways, that I'm going to look back on his tenure with Boston, and this is the move that I will potentially never forget. I don't know. People might think that's kind of dramatic, but Marcus Smart to me really meant that much to the Celtics as a team, as a franchise. And to me, honestly, it felt like outside of Jason Tatum, Marcus Smart was probably the second most untouchable player on the team. And I know that's crazy because some people might be like, well, Jaylen Brown's better than him. And I agree he is. But Marcus Smart he was the heart and soul of the team. So, yeah, I feel pretty upset. I feel pretty sad. I don't know where I land in terms of how we come out of this. But I'm hoping that it's not too bad because I do think we got worse on defense. I do think we got worse in terms of playmaking. I think that Derek White and Malcolm Brogdon can certainly fill the gap in the point guard spot, assuming that they're healthy, because it's not like those two have been the perfect picture of health. So that's the part that worries me, man, is like Marcus Smart was an Iron Man. He's been around forever. He's always playing. He played through injuries. No matter what, he was out there. And now we're relying on Derek White, Malcolm Brogdon, and Kristaps Porzingis, who all have pretty extensive injuries histories. And I don't know. We'll see.